Peter Gabriel Concert Review. March 19, 1977, the Palladium, New York, USA.
Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out.
Written by Barbara Sharon for Sounds Magazine.
It was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice. Standing, stretching every night.
On the road, Gabriel knows what he likes.
Peter Gabriel does not lie. Expect the unexpected. He warned before the release of the solo album and the debut of his new stage show. And he was right. Oh my God. One kid sighed as the curtain opened and Gabriel launched into Here Comes the Flood, sitting demurely at the piano decked out in a gray striped suit. God, he looks different, a fan observed. Different was an underestimation. He looked totally individualistic. The Peter Gabriel show is just as strange as people would imagine, simply because it's not strange at all. Gabriel has done the impossible, presenting a totally straight pop show with gentle overtones that border on the absurd. He kicked off with Here Comes the Flood, and the crowd cheered when they heard the first strains of synthesizer. The band were professions. Steve Hunter looked the part of a rock star, dressed in flash leather gear. Robert Fripp was almost completely unrecognizable, dresses in black, sitting on a stationary stool at the corner of the stage. Using a wireless microphone, Gabriel abandoned the piano, moving stage center for Moribund the Burgermeister, and the audience cheered. No sooner had he begun to strut round the stage than his presence was totally hypnotic, just as potent and perhaps more sexy than days of old. He uses his hooded sweet shirt, controlled by every percussive beat. Waiting for the big 1-inch followed, driven by 40s lounge piano work, as Gabriel sauntered up and down the aisles and the kid next to me screamed "fucking weird" with uncontrolled delight. When Gabriel trod down our aisle during the next verse, one energetic fan nearly trampled my bag of death. The audience was electrified with the unexpected. He's crazy, they scream in unison. The guy is nuts. But Peter Gabriel is totally sane, giving the only sensible performance he could at this early stage in his debut career as a solo artist. The next song proved that if Gabriel isn't crazy, at least he's weird. It was a new number, done with a synthesized Mickey Mouse vocal effect, sounding like an air balloon from the theater of the absurd. This situation is temporarily averted with "Excuse Me," as Gabriel and three of the band sport barber shop mustaches and sing an a cappella chorus before bursting into this roaring 20s vignette which sounds like a nightclub movie. Bassist Tony Levin plays a festive tuba, adding to the circus-like atmosphere. Throughout the show, Gabriel acts the part of an excitable boy allowed to indulge in his own private rock and roll style fantasies. When he breaks into Ain't It Peculiar, his R&B roots are prominent, even if the kid next to me has never heard the song. But the real clincher is the Kinks' classic All Day and All the Night, which features a divine Steve Hunter guitar solo and an impeccable vocal from Gabriel. Strutting the stage like an authentic 60s pop star, Gabriel radiated enough sex appeal to create mass hysteria down front. Salisbury Hill sounds just as good on stage as on record, and the astute observer next to me mumbled something about the song sounding like the Beatles. If this isn't a top-10 hit single, then I'll eat my hat and the tuba too. A new song, Why Don't We, is the low point in the set, sounding for the first and only time like weak Genesis.
That's impossible. Well, how long does it take for you to do it? It's got to fill up. I'll do them soon.
But next up is Humdrum, which hasn't yet been perfected on stage, but still creates authentic tension. Slow Burn is excellent, supplying the theme music for a film that hasn't yet been written and never exists. The lyrics and tempo changes are totally schizophrenic, creating a paranoiac urban atmosphere. When he's good on stage, he's great, creating a cinematic effect like the Yardbirds sequence in Blow Up. Again we treated to Here Comes the Flood, which completes the circle. But Modern Love is the real showstopper, stuffed with enough rock and roll energy to make several kids scream, "Take your shirt off." Down the Dolce Vita follows, driven by frenetic disco beat before the band departs merely to return with the only Genesis number for the encore. Back in New York City, From The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, for this number, Gabriel is dressed like Rail in a black leather jacket, white t-shirt and blue jeans. It worked a charm. This Peter Gabriel show is an enigma. Smoothly crossing all problematical borders, Gabriel has surpassed a potentially dangerous situation by sticking to a basic rock and roll format and concentrating on his new album. This Peter Gabriel audience knows what it likes. Next year, black and white productions will be replaced by Technicolor fantasies. Book your ticket now. Barbara Sharon.